3 major WWE stars are returning soon. A Ruthless Aggression tag team reunion has been teased. And we got the reason that Tyson Kidd wasn't at the Royal Rumble, so stay tuned for that. 3 big top-tier talents to talk about now, expected to return to the WWE Women's Division in the near future. So these, we'll start from the bottom. That's a horrible way to phrase this. Yeah. We'll start with Lacey Evans, right? Lacey Evans expected back soon. She continues to train for her in-ring return, and she's been telling fans on Twitter as well that she is going to be coming back pretty damn soon as well. So Lacey Evans expected back certainly before WrestleMania.
She's somebody that completely slipped my mind when, the draft and everything was happening and all that, and because she's just been gone for so long. But, she's such a good heel.
I really like her as well.
I like Lacey, so hopefully, they can slot her into a good storyline when she comes back. And the women's divisions across both brands kind of need a hell of a lot of sprucing up, don't they?
Hey,
so
they've got one waiting. They've got the Charlotte stuff. Cancel the Rousey feud. Resume what was working so well, obviously. So it's expected.
Get Rick back.
It's expected that she will be back pretty soon, and 2 more expected back before WrestleMania. These are the really exciting ones. Asuka, who we haven't seen for time, and I cannot wait to see again. I honestly think the women's division is lacking without Asuka at the moment. Yeah, she brings a certain something, doesn't she?
It's like a whole new level. It's just a whole new level.
It really is. And the other one, the fantastic Bayley as well. Like, really exciting names there to talk about. Also targeted to be ready for WrestleMania, according to The Observer.
There's so much that we can see with a Bayley return. Like, I don't know if they're going to keep it heel. It all depends on how they're going to do it. But she was just so hateable as a heel. Just so hateable. She's brilliant. So I'd say to just keep going with it. I didn't quite think it was going to work initially. I was a bit like,
Yeah, me too.
And then it kind of kept going and going, and it evolved a bit. And then she got the Ding Dong Show thing, the talk show segment, and it's just strength to strength. So hopefully they can
really
resume all this. Yeah.
Really missing her. It feels like a lifetime since we've seen her. She's continued teasing various bits on social media again, but yeah, it would be great to see her back. She's going to receive one hell of a pop, but I think she could, if they want to continue her being heel, which I agree, I think is the right shout.
Yeah.
Then she'll make that work pretty quickly. Probably in the same night, she'll come back, get the pop, and then attack. Who knows?
Or cut a You People promo.
Hopefully she has. Yeah. Hopefully she has a decent big match at WrestleMania. It sort of feels like those matches are locked in.
Yeah.
As far as like Bianca, according to reports anyway, and certainly Rousey and Flair. But maybe we see Bayley. Maybe it's Bayley versus Becky.
Well, a lot
maybe
can
it's a triple threat. Maybe
a lot can happen
four-way.
on the road to WrestleMania.
I agree, and a lot can happen with these 2 men right now, because Charlie Haas has been chatting to the good folks at Wrestling Inc., and he has teased the reunion of one of the greatest teams of the Ruthless Aggression era, the world's greatest tag team, of course, don't you forget. He said, I think now that they've seen that I'm back where I am, that I'm continuously working now, hopefully that inevitable door opens. Inevitable, he says. If not, just crack it open and I'll knock it in for them. Shelton and I are best friends. We talk all the time. I talked to him like 2 days ago. He would do it, and I know I would too. It's just the powers that be, whether they want to go for it. I think if it's the right storyline, why not? I know they've got something going on with him and Cedric. I don't want to interfere with that, but I'd love to be part of it. Whatever I can help Shelton out with, that will just keep him going there, and can also help me out as well. I don't think WWE going to go for it personally, but it sounds like he's just going to knock their door down anyway, jump the barricade.
I'd like to see it at least once more. We've had the return of a hell of a lot worse. We've had the Spirit Squad come back. Like, why can't we have?
Good.
Yeah, I know, but we've had we had the headbangers. We could have the world's greatest tag team, and hopefully, it could lead to.
You did name 2 pretty naff. What you named 2 pretty naff teams. I don't mind the Spirit Squad or anything.
Yeah.
As the tag team that they brought back, I thought they were fine. The Headbangers, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
World's greatest tag team are class.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's like that's what I mean. Is like they brought back these 2.
We've had worse.
Why not bring back Charlie? Yeah.
The timing isn't quite right, obviously,
No.
because Shelton is like involved with stuff at the moment. And just personally speaking, I can't see Charlie Haas fitting too well in that stable.
I think it's the type of thing you could maybe do if Shelton's ever on the outs with them, or if they're ever trying to kind of intimidate Shelton or, you know, punish him for something. They could bring out Charlie Haas, and it could lead to like a one-off thing.
One more run would be lovely.
I would just love even a single match just to see it, just one more time.
And you know what? I know we can't see the dream match really, which was American Alpha versus World's Greatest Tag Team, but we can see Alpha Academy versus World's Greatest Tag Team. And I think Alpha Academy are doing awesome stuff right now, and even if it's just a one-off pay-per-view match, I'm with you here. I'm totally with you. I'd really, really like to see it. You know, and the guy can still go. Shelton can certainly still go as well.
We were talking about this in the office yesterday when you get these big returns, like we've had names like Goldberg, obviously we talked about earlier in the day. We were talking about it and saying that, you know, there was a time when, Goldberg's back. That was, like, huge. And now it's just monotonous. And it's like, I don't know, when I hear, like, weirder names and names kind of that were further down the card from when I was actively watching as a kid, it's always like, why not bring them back? Because when the Headbangers came back, I loved it, like, for the little bit, because it was just such a nice little throwback, wasn't it? So... Yeah, I think it feels more special than like a Goldberg rocking up for yet another Saudi show.
I agree. Honestly, at this point, I would be more buzzing for Charlie Haas coming back and doing something with Shelty B than I am for Goldberg coming back and saying you're next for the sixth, seventh time. Yeah, I'm totally into it. So I really, really do hope that happens. We've got a WWE stock update following the earnings report. So like they made an absolute killing once again, posting record profits as part of their investor call, and the stock has certainly reflected that. The stock has climbed by $5.25 a share yesterday. It's now up to in fact, by the close of trading, it was $51.69, but it reached a high of $53.06. I regret investing in Shiba Inu now.
WWE stock was so cheap at a point that I was like, I'm going to get just one. I'd like to be a stockholder. But, you know, it's at the same time, it just goes to show that money makes the world go round, and Wall Street doesn't really care about WWE's business practices in terms of...
Of course it doesn't.
You know, no, but you know what I mean? Like, they don't really care if WWE lays off 50 wrestlers. If profits are profits, then profits are profits.
Right. Totally. And we'll be giving more financial analysis as the video goes on.
All new Cultaholic NFTs. Buy now!
Exactly. Buy low, sell high. That's my...
Yeah.
No, I regret.
Is it the other way around? I think I get it the other way around.
Yeah, I certainly have with my Shiba Inu. I very much regret that. And we are finishing off the news video because it's talk of the town, obviously. The Royal Rumble, what a disaster it was. One name who was sorely missed backstage was TJ Wilson, Tyson Kidd. And with one active roster member refusing to participate, reportedly because Tyson wasn't there.
Yeah.
She said that she wasn't going to do it. We don't know who it is, but that's pretty nuts stuff.
It speaks
so
to
we got an update.
How respected he is as well.
Oh man, totally.
The locker room.
I'm so glad that he's still around.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like still involved in the wrestling business because he is awesome. He just seems like
and it's a medical miracle that he came back like through it all and is able to do what he does now. So for him to still be involved is just it's great because he's got a great mind for it clearly.
Oh yeah, for sure. They love him. So David Finlay was brought back to put the match together. TJ, who's normally like a key part of laying out the women's match, wasn't there. It's now been confirmed that he did in fact ask for time off beforehand. So there was a lot of people were really concerned about his absence. Who not the wrestler so much, us as fans, a lot of people were concerned, and some even speculating as far as to go that he was going to be leaving the company or that he'd been laid off or something like that. To put your minds at ease, that is very much not the case. Speculation was fueled last night, however, when Jess Palumbo posted a picture of her and TJ hanging out, and so Jess is an AEW producer as well. She does a load of stuff backstage for them, and so everyone was like, "Oh man, he's heading over to see." He's not. Jess worked for WWE for ages. She was doing stuff on Total Divas, and so they're pally anyway. So TJ Wilson is still with the company. There's your update. What have we got coming this weekend, Sam? Everything
under the sun. There's a new War Stories.
New War Stories tomorrow. We've got a tier list.
Yeah.
Every Royal Rumble match ever.
It's a doozy as well.
It is a doozy. It's a great video. And we also have a couple of lists. One which is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
We're in the big time.
Out there now.
We're in the big time.
We're sellouts.
We're in the big time.
We need the cash. I'm saying it now because I know we're going to get angry comments.
This
on
is
the
our
video.
Limp Bizkit getting signed by Interscope moment, isn't it? This is it. We're going to be PewDiePie next.
We are going to be PewDiePie.
Quickly, get on
Hopefully
Minecraft. Be great.
Yeah. I've been doing Fortnite. Anyway, loads of great content coming over the weekend. Hope you have a lovely time. Whatever you're doing, it's absolutely pissing it down here. So I'm not going to have a good time. And Sam's stuck at work today as well.
Yeah.
I'm blabbing here. Take care of yourselves.
Bye.
All the best.
Tatty,
Goodbye.
bye.